Hello there, and welcome to Cuckfield. It is, according to my car, 25 degrees outside. Celsius, that is. The Fahrenheit will be on the screen about now. I don't know what that is, personally. According to my dad, you have to double it and add 35. Seems a strange system. Anyway, I'm here to explore this lovely little village with a population of 3,500 roughly. And I'm going to turn the camera around so you can actually see stuff, not me. Now, I've actually parked just off the high street. You can't tell. Off-street parking. Can't tell, but my car is somewhere around here. And it is actually really hot today. And first thing you need to know on a hot day like this is that you need to stay hydrated. I've got 2 bowls of water in my bag and 1 more in a car, which should hopefully keep cool. And I'll probably end up buying one today as well. So it is good to treat oneself once in a while. See how nice it is around here? I ain't been here in a few years, although it's actually probably for the best. And I'm going to cross over since there's people walking towards me. Look how nice it is, people. Absolutely gorgeous. Should also point out it's a Saturday morning for me. Not going to tell you which one, you'll have to guess. As always, we are here to explore. We'll see the main bits. I'll tell you what I think I know. It may or may not be wrong, and it probably will be 1 or 2 bits that are, and you'll see little things on the screen. Now, you know you're in a posh area when a house is sold by Mansell MacTaggart. But you'll see those signs all over mid-Sussex. Not as much in the big towns like Haywards Heath and Burgess Hill and that, but in the little places like this one. There's where you'll see them. That's how you know you're in posh land. So if it weren't for the cars, you'd better hear the birds a lot more clearly. Now, coming down here is the main high street for the village, which is what you're here for, the Cuckfield High Street, just like the bus stop says. Just in case you do want to catch a bus around here. I have no idea offhand which ones come here. What's that look? See, if I was here on the 5th of July, I could have seen the big summer picnic. But to come back here on them would mean not seeing something else. This, by the way, is a car park for locals. It says here you need like a disc. Not sure what kind of disc. I think it's something to do with Miss Sussex Council. So if you do come here, just be careful and read the signs fully, because you have no idea what could happen. Now, I'm sorry, but I haven't been here a few years and I'm actually quite struck by how nice it is here. Now, you could go up the hill now or could go up later. As it's a hot day, I'm thinking I should walk up first and then I can walk down. I know I've got to walk back up towards the car, but as you can tell it's going down there. But logic tells me it's only going to get hotter and hotter, so when we can, let's go north. Let's go. Unfortunately, there's not a lot one can really say around these parts. But I'll try my best just to keep you entertained while you're looking at things. That's a nice house. I bet it's worth more than I'll earn in my entire lifetime. But it's nice all the same. One can still appreciate it. Oh look, it's one of those new modern bus stop interfaces. Look, they even got a braille one there as well, which is nice. There's probably a lot of stories behind some of these houses because some of them seem to have little things, but I don't know what they are. But I'm just going to explore and appreciate the beauty. Again, you don't need to know the history of every house around here, do you? Not to appreciate it anyway. But saying that, this one has a little bit. I think we might explore on the way back. There's the museum. It closes about 12:30, which I think it's about 10:30 now. Between half past 10 and 11 o'clock anyway. So we've got time. And it's free, so you know it's not going to be particularly big. Although it won't stop me leaving a little tip of some sort anyway. Hopefully they'll have like a little gift shop and pick up a fridge magnet or keyring or something. Now, as you can probably tell, this is going away from the heart of it since the businesses are kind of no longer here. But this is half the charm of the village, I think. I ended up missing my main turn in here, so had a nice drive around. And a lot of the streets are just like this, although most of them are not as wide as this one. There's so much here to see, and if I'm honest, that is about as ugly as it gets around here. I think it's nice. Now I spot a bench, and as it's hot, I'm going to have a drink, but you won't be seeing that because, well, you don't want to see me drink, do you? I mean, I'm sure there's a drinking channel out there if you want to see people drink water, but it is bloody hot though. So let's cross over and stop. Right, James shall return. And I'm back. Ooh, public footpath. You know what, let's explore it while we're here. We can catch the other one on the way back. Wasn't going to, but here we go, let's read. Adjacent fine cottages date from the 1500s, leading to New England wood. That's New England, England, not New England, United States, by the way. Unless, of course, I found a secret portal that allows me to cross the ocean. Although if I have, I probably shouldn't mention it. So I've seen those films. People find it and all sorts of bad things happen. But let's explore. Now I'm gonna try and be quiet because one, it's obviously it's a public place where people live. Also, it's the kind of place where people appreciate quiet. Now, admittedly, I didn't know these twins or vine twins, whatever they want to call them, are here. I think it's worth exploring. Now, I don't know if these are the cottages from the 1500s. Doesn't seem likely, but if you don't look, you don't know. If they are from the 1500s, they're looking pretty good for their age. nice. Okay, there's more down here, so they might be coming up. Okay, the footpath goes to the left, so I'm guessing that's where they are. This area here, you can probably tell, is newly built. Definitely isn't 1500s. But it's nice that they kept the little pathways around there. Well, let's keep going and see what we find. Ooh, goes on a fair bit. Let's keep going. I'm just going to keep quiet for a moment, let you enjoy the noises of nature, because that's what we've got here, and it's really nice. Now imagine you're here, just walking down this little pathway which is starting to develop cracks and starting to veer to the left a little bit. Now imagine you're here, it's just a really nice day and you're just enjoying yourselves. Now this is a cheap day out. You bring a bit of water, you have breakfast before you go, take some water with you, and a hot day like this you probably won't need much food. It's essentially what I call a cheap day out, which is what you need in this modern economic climate, where purse strings are being tightened more strongly than ever, and things are getting more expensive. But despite all that, you can still do this. You can still make a trip out here and do something like this. Plus I'm going further and further out. Is that a pond? Must be. Looks pretty dry from here though. Let's walk on. There's someone up ahead of me and the dog keeps looking at me, so I'm going to switch this off for a moment and I shall return. Now I've passed the dog walker and I'm beginning to think I'm not going to see those 1500 cottages, you know that? I think I may have taken the wrong turn. Or it might just be leading us into the countryside. Now, I think I'm not going to turn around. I'm going to go up here and have a quick look. This route here does seem to be going back on itself slightly. Well, we shall find out anyway. Ironically, Cuckfield, I'll tell you now, was not my plan A. Plan A was to do that walk to North Folly, which I've been meaning to do for about a year now. But considering how hot it has suddenly gotten, and I mean suddenly, because 3 days ago it wasn't like this. It was warm, but it wasn't superly hot like it suddenly is now. But I thought, because I went out last night, and I never got home till about 11:30 at night, I thought I should probably leave the North Folly for a cooler day, or at least going out slightly earlier than normal. Funny enough, last night, yes, I went out actually. Went to the cinemas. They were actually showing the classic film Hard Boiled, which is 34 years old now. Just in case you want to know. Just in case you did want to feel old. There was about 10 people there. Weren't many, but it was a nice experience. And I thought to myself last night, James, I'm glad I'd done this. Because if you stayed at home, you would have regretted it. And I was debating it for a good while. And I have no idea what those noises are. But I'm just going to hope that they're friendly. And carry on walking. But yeah, as I was sitting there last night, I thought I should do this more often. I keep saying I will, but I never do these things, you know. And that's been my biggest problem in life. I say I'm going to do one thing and then I never actually do it. Okay, this is definitely the wrong path. But if I carry on walking, it might take me to another part of Cuckfield. You never know, we shall find out. It's warm enough, so nice Saturday, so mud isn't a problem this time of year. But I have a feeling it would be normally. But you know what? Taking a little pathway, hoping to see one thing, and then ending up somewhere like this is a very me thing to do. You know what? I'm going to keep walking and see where this takes me. And I'm not going to look at my app, my map app either. Not going to look at it. I'm just going to go by vibes and roughly my inner compass, because I'm certain I'm heading south now. I was heading north on that road, and that little pathway took us mostly north. So this is south, so in theory this should take us somewhere back to the main town. Let's follow the pathway, or what I presume is a pathway anyway. I have no idea where I am, people, but vibes tell me I'm doing something right. It's nice and secluded around here. Just soak it in, people, for a moment, will you? Soak it in. Right. I'm gonna leave you for a little bit, people, but with the power of editing I shall return almost instantaneously. James out for now. And I'm back in civilization. Turns out my inner compass wasn't very good and I was going further and further out of my way. So I had to come back. I'm not following the footpath back, I decided to follow this route round. Show some more of the fancy houses you get around here, because they are nice. And I don't think there's any other real YouTubers that do this sort of thing, you know. I mean, might as well just go on to the main high street and talk a little bit about the history of the town, and they probably have someone local who said, oh yeah, this thing here does this and it goes back to that particular year. But not me. I'm showing you the bits you don't always see. In case you're wondering, yes, it is flipping hot. I am seriously sweating right now. Okay, we've got a crossover. Can't hear anything, so let's cross. And would you look at that? Back to the main road. That's probably not too far from where I came down, thinking about it. Well, let's find out. I think this might be the roundabout I was looking at earlier, and I said, James, you should probably turn around when you get to that roundabout, because there's not going to be much else up there, apart from a few nice houses. And I think it might very well be. But let's carry on. Okay, there's a pub up here. Oh yes, I know where I am now. I drove past that pub early on the way here. I drove down there and I took a left turn in and I parked my car. I know exactly where I am. I've made my way back. James, you're a friggin' genius, you know that? You did it. You're in a compass. Got you back to society. And you didn't use your phone either. You should be damn proud. Okay, so I've reached roughly the end of Cuckfield. I mean, it goes on a little bit more, as you can kind of tell by these roads. Actually, I'll show you the sign. But I think this is it. This is where I'm going to turn around, because it's not getting cooler, and I've already gone through half my water supply. So I think this is probably the bit where I turn around and head back in and show you what's actually there. So I've also missed the museum, I think, now, because it's almost 12 o'clock and it shuts at 12:30. I don't think they'd appreciate me coming in when I do, but these things can't be helped. I shall have to wait for another day. Now let's turn around so you can actually see what I'm looking at. Now, the British people watching this video will automatically know that this used to be a pub. The Americans and the Australians, who I think are my main other two sources of viewers, will probably not. But you can always tell. The biggest giveaway, if I can show you, is, well, one, the look of the building. You can also see these things hanging easy. Traditionally, pubs would have a hanging sign there indicating the name of the pub itself. And as it is no longer a pub, it's now a co-op, and they've decided to just go with that. And I'm going to go out now because I can't keep looking at this. It's a shame, but it's nice that the building has kind of stayed that way. Right. Now we're here. Actually, it's looking quite clear. Let's cross where we can and turn around. Now, I've nothing to buy in co-op today. I mean, I've still got one bottle of water left on me. And while we're here, let's have a quick look. Cuckstar, is that? Ah, it's about extra houses. Should have guessed, really. Right, let's walk on, shall we? Let's walk back. Now, down here, which you didn't see me walk up, because there's not a lot, middly, not a whole lot to see. There's some nice houses, but no different really than what you saw elsewhere. Really. So I'll show you a little bit anyway before we head back into the town properly, because we don't want to make this video too long, do we? Nice. I like that style though. I've always wondered how to get the tiles just to sit like that there. I'm sure there was some old ancient method. There are some nice buildings on here. Like for example, the cottage on the left, I'll show you. You can't see a lot of it because it's obscured by bushes and stuff, but I shall do my best. You kind of get an idea of how it looks, how nice it is anyway. I will admit it was hotter today. It's hotter than I thought it was actually going to be. I know the weather report said it's going to be stupidly hot today, but sometimes that's more than doable. Today is a bit different. Now, the fact that I've already drunk half my water supply tells me everything. Admittedly, you should not do that. You should not drink too much in a little time. You should be little and often, as I was once told. You drink little bits, lots of times, over a longer period of time, instead of doing what I do and drinking a whole bottle of water almost in one go. I'm pretty certain that's not particularly healthy, but it's better than being dehydrated still. Basically, there's not much else to see along here, but I'm going to show you a little bit more anyway. Well, man, there's a lot of cyclists out today. It's kind of nice to see, I think. I think if I was driving along here, I'd probably curse them as most car drivers do, but in a way it's nice to see them out enjoying themselves. That is another road down there which takes you around the outside of Cuckfield. We won't be going down there. So I had a little look and this ain't really worth looking at. Right, I shall return when we get slightly closer. We got other things to look at. James out for now. Hello everyone, just wanted to say thank you for watching if you are still here, that is. Part 2 will be coming up in 3 days from now. Well, 4 days actually from the upload time, but by the time you're watching it's probably the day after, so 3 days. That's if it isn't uploaded already. But either way, thanks for watching everyone. Do appreciate it. Bye.